Hey, where you learn that from?
Grand Theft Auto 3?
Word? Can I borrow that?
You got a PlayStation 2?
Nah, I got GameCast.
Gamecast? Well, there's GameCube and then there's Dreamcast. What you got?
Well, I said I got GameCast, man. Damn, I can't afford it.
My bad. I'm just trying to help you out.
What's going on, everyone? This your boy icerevolver over at AAA Gaming Network. Also catch me on AGN podcast, depending on which one you're listening to me on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening to this. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that subscription button or subscribe button, depending on what you're listening to me on, whether it's the podcast or whether it's Facebook or whether it's YouTube. Today is going to kind of be short. I really just want to talk about a game in particular that I think has a lot of potential that's really being wasted. And it's not, I guess, it's not a AAA title in any sense, but it's a very, very interesting and good title. I think it's a really, really good title. The game I'm talking about is called Absolver. Now, this game originally came out August 23rd. August 29th of 2017. Developed by Slow Clap, excuse me, and published by Devolver Digital. It's a martial arts kind of open world Souls game to a degree. You know, you walk around pretty much in the Souls aspect, or what is that? Bloodborne. I like Bloodborne. Games like that, where you can be taken out kind of quickly, not to the degree of those games where you can die in like 2 hits, but you could die fairly easy. It's a martial arts. You learn different techniques by blocking, parrying, or absorbing hits, and you can create your own fighting style to a degree. You actually can tailor your own combos as you learn more moves. Now, this game originally, I want to say, came out on PC, and then it went to PS4, and for the longest it's been on those two, or since then it's been on those two. But recently, in this month, right, earlier this month, it came to Xbox. I think by way of Game Pass only. I'm not sure if you can buy it or not. I haven't looked at it that far. But this is Absolver, and they also had an update, its first big update, which people kind of thought the game was dead due to no actual updates or expansions this whole time. But last month in December, they actually got an update called a Downfall. Now, this game hasn't been pushed the way I think it should be pushed, or it should have been pushed. Again, the martial arts aspect of any game is, we really only get that in fighting games. We need that more in our adventure games, or our campaign games, or just our free roam games, period. The last martial arts I've actually done in a video game outside of a fighting game was probably Sleeping Dogs, maybe, as far as me personally. And I'm not talking about the use of weapons. You can use weapons here to a degree, but it's mainly hand-to-hand combat, and it's advertised as a melee combat game. I love the game. I love the setting. I love the art style. They just don't give you enough story. They don't give you enough backstory. They don't give you enough of a campaign, or even cinematics for that matter. Like, it's only a handful of cinematics throughout the entire game. And then I recently beat it. I never finished it when I started it on PC. I never played it on a PS4. But I have recently completed it on Xbox, and maybe it took me 8, maybe 10 hours at the most, if I'm counting times in between where I wasn't recording. I was just trying to level up or whatever the case. Maybe 10 hours. I think if you were to buy it, I think I paid $29.99 originally on PC, so that's probably how much you're going to pay for it. $30 for maybe 10 hours. And that's not including the Downfall content, which the Downfall DLC is free. But when I heard about the Downfall expansion or DLC, I thought it was going to add like an entire another section to explore. Now, to its argument, it did that, but you really can't explore it unless you're actively. It's something that you kind of gotta activate, and this goes 1, 2, or 3 players, and it's kind of like a linear path from you getting from A to B. And then once you get to B, the object is to beat the boss, and then once you beat the boss or you lose all your lives trying to fight the boss, then you go back to the regular game. So it's not like you can really explore. I guess you can explore during that time, but that's really not what the game is. Like it doesn't have a complete open design, I should say. That's probably the best way to. It don't have an open design when you're in Downfall. It's pretty much follow this path and that's it. There's no branching paths for you to go elsewhere or anything like that. But I think this game can offer so much more. Anyone that knows Slow Clap or Devolver Digital's tags, tag them in this. We need more from this game. There's very few of them. If you caught my other video and I was just talking about Destiny, what was going on with Bungie and Activision in my last video, I was saying how there's a lot of first-person shooters, but there's not a lot of good off-trend first-person shooters, such as Halo, such as Titanfall, such as Destiny. They're not the norm first-person shooters. I know that they're exceptions. They take things to the extreme and go down their own path. We need those. We need those games. We don't need every first-person shooter making modern games, let alone have the what's the word I'm looking for? The most well-known titles or brands or developers making the exact same game, just with their different tweaks and features. We don't need Bungie, Activision, and EA making the exact same modern shooter, or Respawn Entertainment making the exact same modern shooter, just with their twists and features on it. We need them to make whatever they want to make in their aspects of whatever they feel or whatever they're comfortable with making. So I'm glad we have those different shooters out there, that's taking things to the other limit or to a different realm. Oh, also shout out to Borderlands, who previously did it and put looter shooters on the map. Hopefully we get that Borderlands 3. Gearbox, if you're listening, 2K if you're listening. Moving forward, so Absolver is one of those games that we need. Not every game. I don't want all my games to be shooting games. It don't necessarily have to be shooting games. I enjoy other games. Martial arts is something that I also enjoy, and the technical aspect of martial arts, martial arts, very entertaining. It's almost the reason why we have MMA or UFC. It's almost the reason why we have fighting games, because we want that technical fighting aspect. If I can get that in a campaign game or an open world game, you can just freely fight NPCs and other players. I need that. I love the idea. Here, I just wish it was more. There's not enough content in this game. Again, you can finish the game in 10 hours. I think I finished in probably 7, 8, something like that. As far as the actual campaign, and you can still go around fighting, level up, and unlock new techniques and new styles and moves by fighting other NPCs. But you can also still unlock mask, and all the clothing has attributes. The mask, the belt guards, your upper torso clothing, whether it's cloaks or shirts, your bottoms as far as your pants, capris, whatever you're wearing, and your footwear, all have attributes. Excuse me, all have attributes that affects your character. as far as weight. You can, let's say you want to be like a tank, and you can put on as much clothes you want, as many accessories as you want to when it comes to your clothing, to give you that, to make you a tank, but you're going to be extremely slow as a tank. I like those parts of the game. Or you can go real light and make your guy real fast because he's real light, but he might not be doing as much damage, or he's going to take more damage than he would normally have taken if he had heavier gear on. So I like that aspect. There's a lot of technical aspects of this game, but I need more. I need more story. Give me more backstory. Give me more cinematics than just when you get ready to fight a boss, kind of. You know, that's probably less than 5 actual cinematics in the game. Probably around 5 actual cinematics throughout the game. Outside of you maybe discovering a new area or something. So I need more. And I also need more, a bigger area to explore. I just need more from them. Add a map expansion, something to that degree. Just something, man, something. Okay, back on schedule. Before I was rudely interrupted. But yeah, I need map expansion. I need a bigger environment to explore. I need more bosses. I think it's six actual, they call it the marked ones. They're pretty much like martial arts masters that you fight, and then there's 2 like kind of portals or whatever. They're kind of like a tournament setting to a degree, where one of them you fight a boss who's like a marked one or a martial arts master, and his little minions try to attack you while you're fighting him. And then the other one is just 2 masters, a guy and a girl, that you have to defeat at the same time. And then after you beat those 8 total, those 8 spots total, then you fight like the martial arts expert or master to defeat the game and become an absolver. To then you like an apprentice or just in training. So yeah, give me more, man. I need more, especially from you guys. This game came out or released in August of 2017. When January 2019, we finally got an actual DLC in December of 2018. That's a year and 4 months after it released that it got its first DLC. Like, that's crazy. Not patches or bugs or fixes, not you introducing clothing or something like that. Actual viable playable content came out a year and 4 months after the game released. So I need more. I need way more than that. You guys are actually behind, in my personal opinion. We should have had like 4 of these by now. We need more. I wish the downfall wasn't separate from the world. Downfall should be incorporated into the world. It should be a place that you can go, or a doorway that you go through, or whatever, and then you got this other entire world that you can explore. It shouldn't be like a trials thing. Oh, get from A to B, then it ends. Oh, get from A to B, then it ends. Oh, now you unlock level 2. Then you get from what, A to B again. Then it, like I don't need that. It shouldn't be that way. It should be part of the actual environment that's already set there. But maybe I want too much or whatever the case. But like I said, I really see a lot of potential in this game. I think you can have a lot of fun with it. You're just going to get done with it fast, and then it's kind of no reason to keep leveling up or to keep even learning things. You can be a part of a school, right? And then the master of that school, whatever techniques he's mastered or whatever fighting style he's using that he's mastered, you can use his style until you learn enough moves and feel comfortable with your own deck. Or you can eventually become a master or whatever the case is. Maybe start your own school after you've learned X amount of moves and got a real nice fighting style that you like. You can start your own school, and new players can join your school and use your fighting deck. And they also got leaderboards and things like that, for like the top schools or fighters or whatever the case is. I'm not sure what you get if you're in XYZ top markers, top 3 or whatever it is, but I'm not sure if you get anything or just bragging rights. I don't know. But yeah, I expect more from Absolver. I hope we get more from Absolver, or if not, then Slow Clap or Devolver Digital, let me know and I can uninstall it now and just be done with it. If there's nothing else coming down the pipeline, especially anytime soon. I don't think it can be anytime soon. Well, it could be, but there's a lot of heavy hitters coming out this first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. So I don't know. Like I said, hopefully that they actually heed someone's word. I know there's a lot of players on the Steam. In the reviews, it says that they want more content. So it's not just me. You can go look at the Steam reviews. It's mostly positive, some mixed. Matter of fact, I can tell you right now that it's mostly positive by 61. And 61 reviews, it's mostly positive. And some reviews seem to be mixed. So I don't know, man. It's good and bad. I hope they get it together. I want them to get it together. I don't want to see this game just die. I don't want to see the studio just die either. So I hope they do. This game does fairly well. If you haven't tried it yet, I think it's still $29.99. It might be on sale on Steam. On Xbox, I know if you have the Game Pass, it's in the Game Pass. So shout out Slow Clap. Shout out Devolver Digital. I'm glad it finally came to Xbox. I'm not sure if it's cross-platform or not. I would think it would be, or at least should be, because it opens up the player base threefold. But I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's something I'll look up later. But thanks for listening. I just want to talk about this game, man. I really enjoyed this game. I'm uploading it this week and next week. The 8 parts that I did play. Actually 7 parts through the story, and then the eighth part was the first time I tried to go through Downfall, the first episode of Downfall, first part of Downfall. But yeah, this is your boy AceRevolver, man. Check us out, AGN Podcast, on all your podcasting networks, or if you're on Facebook and watch the Facebook pages, excuse me. Check us out at AAA Gaming Network. That's AAA space Gaming space Network. Again, this is your boy AceRevolver. Thanks for listening, man. Much appreciated. Y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend. Thanks for listening. Peace.